Ranking by weight. Oof. Bro, what does that even mean? Do they have to hear their weight in their voice? Do they have to they have to hear the weight in their voice? That's so crazy because it's a real thing. Bro, I feel like as a fat person, you try your best to like breathe correctly so that people don't know that you're fat. Not even that they don't know, but this way they're just like typical fatty, you know what I mean? Like if I breathe a little too nasally or if I'm like when you go up the stairs, okay? When I go up like a flight of stairs, yeah, I have to hold my breath. Because I just woke up there and I'm like, so normally I'd be like this. But instead of it goes like, you know what I mean? I have to like slow breathe. Like, are you all right? I'm fine. You know, I'm fine. It sounds like I'm holding back tears, but I'm really just holding back my breath. It's horrible. Okay. Wow, this is so stylistic, incredible.
About how you see them and how you had to rank yourself against.
Okay. I'm gonna drink water. But not because you told me to. It's because I'm diabetic.
If you had to rank yourself against others based on a specific trait, what would it say about how you see them?
Or you can see her coochie. What's going on here? You should have wore something different, girl.
And how they see you.
To find out, we brought together 6 people, blindfolded them, and had them rank each other based on their perceived weight. Then we rearranged them based on their actual weight.
Wow,
This
incredible.
is ranking.
I feel so bad. So this is I think the worst part about this here is that the worst part is that they put like the heaviest person they put in here was just like this girl here. I feel like that's like rude. Like make that heaviest person a guy, because guys can take it more. Because, you know, girls are always just like, oh my god, are you heavy or not? Like the way that a girl looks is like the number one thing we focus on. Like a dude, it's like a fat guy, like, hey, it's okay. Like, think about it. When you go on TikTok and you see like a fat girl, everybody's like, oh my god, you're promoting toxic body poop. But then you see a fat guy like doing body humor and you're like, ha ha, funny stuff. I bet he's really fun at parties. You know what I mean? So I really feel like, you know, you're being a little sussy here, but okay.
I have a sweet tooth, but I love vegetables.
Fat. Sweet tooth fat. Done. I love vegetables.
I'm actually vegetarian, but I also have a major sweet tooth.
I also
fat.
Partake in the sweet tooth.
Fat.
I mean, I have a sweet tooth too.
Fat. They're all fat.
Is anybody here on a strict diet?
I was on the keto diet. It was tough because
that guy's fat. You like, I'm just going based off what I hear. Like, you'd be like, that guy's fat. Like, if you're on like a fad diet, you're probably fat because you're like desperate.
Because, you know, you limit yourself specifically on carbs, right? But once I saw like the numbers on the scale, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, well, because your body, like, usually the carbs helps you retain water. So if you cut your carbs out, you'll lose like a lot of water weight very quickly. But, you know, then you're just feeling like shit.
Yeah, I did it for 2 years, and you know,
2 years is a long time to go keto.
Like, my doctor's like, you should not do this.
I tried to be vegetarian for 2 years, but I'm like anemic, so yeah, so I get a little dizzy sometimes.
You can tell she's a girl, because periods help make you anemic. You can tell, not by the voice, just by the fact that she's anemic.
I think any sort of restrictive diet, I had like a past with like EDs and stuff like that, so I went from vegan to plant-based basically to make it.
Now, for basically what she's saying, you could tell she's a white girl. That's all you could tell. Okay, because every white girl has an eating disorder. That's what they say.
Like a less of a, I don't know, toxic kind of feeling, but I know people can do it without it being an issue.
Incredible. You could also tell that she has a weird haircut. Just based on what she's saying, and she's probably I'm going to start assuming it's a they. They're probably also non-binary. Okay.
Generalizing here, especially in America, I think there's a definitely like food addiction problem, and I definitely have felt it in my life, just overindulging a lot.
I grew up in 2 different households, so like my dad's side, he always cooked, and then we had to eat more vegetables. You go to my mom's side, and she works all day, so she doesn't cook, and I usually ended up getting McDonald's or something over there.
Like the convenience thing, yeah.
I think food, when I was younger, a lot of it can be seen as like a coping mechanism. If you were someone who might be experiencing some kind of, you know, trauma, or, you know, even just elementary, just being bullied and stuff like that, it's just such an easy thing to just find like pleasure in.
I mean, I guess so, but like not everybody that eats that's fat has like a trauma. Okay, most people who are fat aren't necessarily traumatized. They just have a bad relationship with food. Like I stress eat, but it doesn't mean I'm like traumatized. It's crazy.
Exactly, it's super comforting.
Also rewarding. Like if I had like a good work day or something like that, I'd be like, I deserve Starbucks. And it's like you can't do that every time.
But that's the hard part about it, right? You want to reward with it, you want to punish with it. Like, it's everywhere.
I feel like since I've become vegetarian, It's definitely limited my access to certain junk foods. I think a big reason as to why I became vegetarian was to help manage my weight.
My boyfriend is vegan, but I would never be able to be vegan. And then he wants me to cook for him. I'm
Your boyfriend's vegan? What?
like, oh Jesus.
What's y'all's relationship with activity? Like, do you do it to look a certain way, or do you do it because like you enjoy it?
Because I'm anemic, sometimes I feel so dizzy already. And I know that if I work out, I'm just gonna feel like crap the rest of the day. But I do want abs, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the kind of discipline that a lot of people do when it comes to—
You just gotta be skinny to get abs. You don't have to be muscular.
working out.
Like, if you view it as discipline though, like
2% body fat.
I feel like maybe viewing it as a way of like, I don't know.
I guess it's harder for girls because they tend to hold more body fat, right?
Like a fun activity versus like I want abs kind of thing.
I think that's like spot on, because like for years I've been going to the gym and forcing myself to, and I've absolutely hated it. But over the last, since September of last year, I'm at the gym 7 days a week, 3 to 5 hours a day.
My particular thing is weightlifting. Cardio is something.
Well, are you on gear? Because nobody's gonna get a positive benefit from going to the gym for 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, unless you're on like tech. Like, are you on vitamin T? And you don't look like it. So what are you doing in the gym? You jerking off in the locker? You like fucking guys in the locker room? Like, what are you doing there? Are you using it as like a gay bar? Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you talking about? There's nothing you could be doing for 3 hours a day for 7 days a week. Like, that's insane. Unless you're just hanging around jerking off, fucking like talking to the girl at the front desk and not working out.
Then I've never been friends with.
Rich, how often do you say you go to the gym?
Now, I would say probably 2 to 3 days, just because my motivation hasn't been on par.
Would you say like, were you portraying that in your food as well? Because like I go to the gym a lot, but I'll go home and eat pasta, right?
Oh, I got you. No, I was,
I was a swimmer for like 10 years, and then I got like jobs and all that stuff, and I didn't work out for 2 years, and I got into pole dancing, which I've been doing for like 2 years now, so I got like refit.
Well, you know she can't be big because she would have taken the pole off the wall. Okay, I'm not trying. I'm sure big girls can dance in the pole. I don't know.
Again, it feels like
As a mail carrier, I would say that I'm moving pretty much all day.
He's a mail carrier? Damn. I mean, I assumed he was a male, but I didn't know that he was a carrier. Yeah, he's probably, you'd assume he's like pretty like decently in shape because you're walking around all day.
I usually hit the gym and I'm there about 5 or 6 times a week. And just my entire life, I've always played sports, so I've always been pretty active.
Based off of the fact that I believe I might be taller than Sabrina, I think she should move to the right of me.
okay.
I don't think I should be.
He can hear the fat in her voice.
I don't think so either.
Sleepy187 just resubscribed.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub, brother. Yo, I should have watched this Blindfolded too.
I think, was it Layla? Yeah, I think you should be all the way where Steve is.
Why do you think I should be over there?
Because you are actually vegetarian.
Vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
I was gonna go based off of like, basically you sound small, but like not in a bad way.
Do you get cold?
I get cold a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't have meat probably.
Insulated.
Coming into it, I knew that I was probably gonna be on the far left side.
Whoa, we got ourselves a communist over here.
Let's say the
Steven should
Switch us up.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Sabrina. It's been good staying
I
next.
know.
Bye, Rich.
Bye.
Okay, so you're Steve.
Carmen, aren't you vegetarian?
Yeah.
So I think we should
And you dance, right? Oh, yeah, you definitely.
She's self-reporting. So what do we define as heaviest? Like literal heavy? I know that sounds like a weird question. But like, okay, heaviest is like weight-wise. Who weighs the most? That makes sense. But then if you think about it for a second, it's like, okay, but what about proportion to your body? You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between being like 5 foot tall and like 300 pounds versus 6 foot tall and 300 pounds. So I wonder which one of them, like how they're going to do this, you know?
Yeah.
I was like whole time I've rotated.
All right, so I'm next.
I guess by just pure body weight.
Wait, who's next to me on my right?
Rich.
Rich? Okay, you're still here.
Still here.
I think we should switch spots. Yeah, I'm just going based off of how tall he sounds.
I would agree with
Yeah.
Who's the one that eats pasta?
That's Steve. I think it's Steve.
You're all the way to the left.
Yeah, you know what? Pasta boy, stay down there.
Yeah.
Steve does not need to be at the end.
Based off what?
Based off of him working out 7 days a week.
Oh, true.
Okay.
Rich said he goes to the gym 2 to 3 times a week,
Yeah.
whereas Steve
At
is a
least
little
they
more
should
active.
The pasta.
Going up.
Now who's this?
I'm still next to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we're good down there.
Down where?
Down which way?
I think we're good down to the smaller side.
Okay.
Regardless, you all sound like 7 feet tall. Like, I could not.
Wait, where do you think you should be?
Me?
Sabrina. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you and Ruben.
Where did Fresh and Fit talk about H3? What are you talking about?
I was gonna say me, Ruben. I don't know, Ruben.
Let's do it.
I think we look alike.
I would agree with the Sabrina Ruben switch.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
We're literally the same person.
Now who's this?
Hey, Sabrina, how's it going?
Does anyone feel like they're in the wrong spot right now?
I still do. I think at least Steve and I should switch, at least.
I felt like she was wrong because, again, like just hearing her voice and hearing like her background, I would have never considered her being bigger. So when she was moving herself, I felt like she might have just been, I don't want to say not truthful, but I feel like she was talking down on herself.
Can I say the program that I'm doing? That
This is probably pretty accurate. This is probably, nah, you got to switch. I think this guy's probably the heaviest. He then probably him, her, her, them. I don't know. And then her. That's probably how it is. He's probably lighter than her. So.
Okay, I'm in a weight loss program. So I'm in a bariatric program in which I'm in the line to do VSG surgery. And that's where they cut off 80% of your stomach to allow you to lose weight. I am in that program, which is why I think I should switch.
Can I say something really quick?
Sure.
Sabrina, I did that program.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me guys.
Man, I want to take off my mask and hug her. Like, that was wild. You hear someone going through that, and you know what it takes to admit you need that, and you know what it takes to say, I'm doing it for health. You know, screw everything else. This is for my health. I want to move forward. And yeah, when I heard that, it was just like my heart just started flipping. That was weird. Congrats
fall in
on
love?
making that choice, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got to say that.
Did you fall in love?
Did you actually have the surgery?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
So
If she feels very adamant about switching positions,
Are you able to work out that much if you have the surgery? I don't know. Oh, this is old as fuck, dude. I'm not gonna talk about this. This is from like March. This is from my birthday. Oh, the day before my birthday.
I think she knows herself better than we do, obviously.
I think if you want to do it, you can do it.
I think so.
A little dosey though.
Who is happy with the current order of the line?
I think for the most part.
One,
Both.
2, 3.
Oh my god, it's so bright.
Welcome, folks.
Yo.
What's going on?
No one looks the way I thought they did.
They got it in a good order though. I feel like.
Steven was like 7'5". I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I thought you were taller than me. I was like trying to. I was gonna say
This looks accurate.
we got it wrong.
In spot number 6,
Damn, that's rude.
we have Layla at 97 pounds.
Oh wow.
Wow.
In spot
Me
number
too.
5, we have Carmen at 138.
Okay.
In spot number 4, we have Ruben at 175. In spot number 3, we have Steven at 220.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Spot number 2, we have Sabrina at 309. And in spot
Damn.
number 1, we
Sorry.
have Richard at 315.
Got it right.
You did.
Wow. Incredible. Sorry.
I never doubted you guys.
So I guess I can reveal this now. So actually, in the past 4 years, I've lost 150 pounds.
Wow.
Actually, this to be 441. So I feel a lot better about myself, and I focus on it like
Who
every day.
found it?
Mine is a big part of my life now because I want kids and stuff. And you have to be healthy
Yeah,
to do
true.
so. In general, how I look, like I went to
Bro, it's sad, but like being overweight for a girl especially makes it like the higher chance of your kid coming out like disabled and shit. Like I know that sounds harsh, but that's just life, brother.
Mexico, and even my friends were asking like, why aren't you posting any pictures? And I'm like, girl, because they're ugly. Like I didn't like how any of the pictures were coming out. So I literally came home from Mexico and called the doctor and was like, can I join the program? So
Well, you're not ugly, so you don't say
I
that.
would say like, nah, you.
Yeah, she looks good. She looks good. But, you know, I know the struggle is real. It's also depressing too because like I don't know about overweight men, but I know that there's been studies on like the medication I take for like metformin that increases the chance of my kid coming out like with like a disability. It's been depressing me, bro. I'm a little depressed lately. I'm not even like fucking around. You know, we're trying here. You know, it's life though.
You're so beautiful. I don't know why you would want to post pictures. You're beautiful. I'm not saying like because you are trying to lose weight that inherently shouldn't make you dislike the pictures. Like I think you're beautiful regardless, but you can do exactly what you want to do with your body. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I used to weigh 450 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've been big my whole life. The food addiction thing was what got me, and I spoke about that very real. Went sober 3 years ago, got the bariatric 2.5. Quitting food was harder than quitting alcohol, and that shook me. It's just as easy as saying I snapped my leg. I need it to be surgically.
Yeah, because I know this is weird, but it's like one of those things where like you have to eat, so like it's like a spark of fucking divinity, man, to get your shit together. I just started working out again. I'm back into it. Like I feel better. There's like a really massive like stress point in my life. Like after I felt like really motivated, that threw me for a fucking loop. You know, so you're just managing that. That's life, though, brothers. So you know, we're getting back into it. But you know, it's okay.
Fixed. I was at a point where my mind and my body were so broken. I needed it to be fixed, and I got that reset button. And the misconception that I hate is that it's the easy way out. But they don't see the the hard mental process and what I'm going through now to fix the identity issues I was working through and all this stuff. There's a lot of me still broken from that. I just want to say to you, I feel you were pushing yourself down there. Now that and you too, now that I'm here, I realize I wasn't bad shit. I realized I wasn't that bad when I was there, you know? So like, don't think you guys are in the shit right now.
This guy's
right?
crying.
This is the beautiful part. And I think my view of body positivity is pretty up.
This guy's what a genuine guy. There's just like nothing else to say. What a genuine guy. He's such a nice guy. He's feeling the struggle, brother. What a genuine guy.
I'm here in LA saying, nah, you're beautiful, don't. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, I'm unhealthy, right? Exactly. Like I'm dying. Like, you know, it's not about my beauty.
Right.
Being the lightest one here, I'm like anemic, borderline pre-diabetic. I have a lot of issues just because of like my lifestyle, but you know, I can't necessarily carry the weight.
Just because I worked out a lot, I did a lot of sports, I was always so thin, and when I stopped, so people like, they always assumed I had like anorexia, like all this like different stuff, and I was fine, I was like eating fine, and then—
She has like a thick neck. That's not even a criticism, I'm just surprised. It's surprising.
When they stopped making the comments, I thought that I had like blown up basically, and then I developed like the body dysmorphia, and then I was having like eating disorders, and like when I lost weight doing that, people would compliment me, and like that's like where they equate size to health, and I was like losing hair and like the least healthy I ever was. But since I was small, they're like, oh, like you're healthy.
It's definitely important you guys find yourself, because as a big guy, I attributed my identity to my size.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck in therapy trying to find out who I am, right? Because I was Big Steve forever.
My whole life I've been big rich, you know what I'm saying? And
that's crazy, dude. That's interesting. Because like I want to lose weight and get healthy, but I don't want to not be big. I know that sounds weird. It's probably toxic. But it's like that's crazy, dude. Wow, I'm fucking them too much in my feels today. Cause that's like, yeah, I get that. Like, who the fuck am I gonna be if I'm not like my literal fucking YouTube name is Papa Gut? Like, could you imagine I didn't have a gut? I feel like I might actually struggle with an identity issue. You want to see me get bigger? Fantastic. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Fucking asshole.
I have body dysmorphia. Well, I still see the dude that was 450 pounds in the mirror. People think that when you lose weight, like the battle's over, but there's a whole mental thing that you're supposed to address as well. And if you're struggling with weight when you want to get big or get small, just understand there's a mental aspect to it, and you want to address that as well. And at the end of the day, love
Papa
yourself.
Guy.
You know, be healthy.
That's very funny, actually. Papa Guy. That's interesting. I would adopt that name, Papa Guy. Okay, not bad.
But there's more to it than just the physical, I would say.
What a wholesome video. What a wholesome video. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.